My name's Deborah Hancock. I have 8-year-old twins with autism. Opposite ends of the spectrum. One is quite high functioning, hyperactive, aggressive, and has several allergies. The other one is lower functioning in layman's terms, stims a lot, was non-verbal until a few years ago, and has an intellectual disability as well. The boys were 22 months old when they were both diagnosed with autism. At the time, neither of them were sleeping. Neither of them were eating. They were constantly in and out of hospital with dehydration, sleep deprivation, things like that. It was very hectic. I couldn't leave the house. I was very isolated. I couldn't go shopping. I couldn't take them out. We knew Hunter would need therapy. When we came over here, I was very much alone. No family, no friends. I did use occasionally another agency, the emergency crisis care ones. They didn't understand autism. They didn't understand why the boys were behaving the way they were. They misinterpreted it for bad behaviour, or none of them knew how to sign or didn't know how to use Compex and things like that. So my experiences with other agencies weren't very pleasant, so I didn't expect it to get any better. I had a few friends. They had been through a couple of different agencies and had all gone to Perth Home Care eventually, and they gave them such a great rap that I decided to give them a go. I wanted to be seen as the boss, for starters. I didn't want to have to go through a third party, and I'd already had Sharon with me at that stage, so I enjoyed knowing that she spoke directly to me. We didn't need to go through anybody else. If she was sick, she could send me a text. If I was in hospital, I could send her a text, if the boys were in hospital. It was nice not to have to go through an agency from 9 to 5. We can contact each other anytime. I also provide the individualised training that each boy needs for their carer or therapist. They're very different. So to have someone who has trained on autism didn't really help me a lot when I had other people come on board. It needed to be, this is what this child does and this is what this child does. So I was able to offer the support and the training for my children, not just for autism in general. I prefer to self-manage because that way I'm in control. I can hire whoever I feel is right for the boys. Self-managing means I know where my money is, how much money I have. In my mind, I know when I'm going on holidays, when the boys are going to need a break, so I can manage it per monthly. So self-managing gives me that option to sort of flexible. I don't have to stick to a certain amount per month. I can be manageable with what I need. More one month, less the next month, and so on. They've been great in what I need, as in they say to me, here's your recruiter books, give us a call if you need a hand, we're always available, but I don't need to. So I manage everything myself, so I don't need to be in touch with them, which is what I need. I don't need to be constantly having to talk to somebody or justify something or ask permission for something. I just need to know that it's there, I have control over it, I know what I can do with it and what I can't do with it, and I do it. The only time I ever contact Perth Home Care in regards to my management is probably if I'm getting towards the end of that financial year and I just want to double check how much money I'm sitting at, just to make sure our figures do match, and generally speaking they do. And if there is a problem, which I did make a mistake last year, they're very quick to come out and help me, and they bring out all the forms and paperwork and we go through each page individually, and they usually help me find my mistake for me. So yeah, they're very supportive when I need them. I think what was important to me was having an agency that understood that my life was hectic enough. I didn't need to be answering to an agency that would ring up and say, oh, just seeing how you're doing. It was really important to me that they trusted me, that I knew what I was doing, that I knew what I wanted, that I knew what the boys needed. I think that was probably the biggest thing I was looking for in an agency, was their trust, to know that I was responsible. Having funding through Perth Home Care Service has made a huge difference in our life. It means I can have a carer come out with me to go shopping, and if a child's going to have a meltdown or run away, I'm not only need to pick up that other child and run, a carer can stay with that child and I can chase the other one. The difference has been amazing. My family was falling apart before we had funding. Perth Home Care has certainly made that bearable, livable. We're not just existing now, we're actually living as a family. We can now do things as a family. Before we were just run off our feet and totally exhausted. So the funding through Perth Home Care has made a huge difference to our life.